Oh, good evening. Goodness gracious. Took a little bit to work this out, and I've just noticed a setting that I had. Oh, some of the settings in the background have changed. Oh, my goodness. That looks different. That's lovely, actually. I don't mind that at all. Well, there you go. Audio is producer's microphone. Hopefully that sounds a little better. I'm Ros Boundy, psychic medium, and I felt like just coming on to directly to mytimetv.live and my YouTube channel. I didn't want to go into any of the other Facebook spaces. I probably could, but it's been a while since I've actually spent some time in mytimetv.live. Hi, Shaz. I'm Ros, echoing. Okay, let me see. How am I working that one out? Yep, that one. So is that better? I think I had the microphone on with the second camera. Okay. And so echoing, is it off now? As in not echoing? I don't know. Anyway, that's all I can do for that. Just going to share this too. I'm not sure how I'm meant to share this out now. Because I think I've got to change my Facebook page around to the Ros Boundy one. I don't know anymore, some of this stuff. Not that it changes a great deal, but because I'm doing it a little differently, I'm not using my eCam with this one either. I'm just using the B.live. Not that you need to know that, but I've said it anyway. I'm going to share this into my Ros Boundy space. I'm doing a live now. Doing a live stream now. Okay. So hopefully that sorts that out. So if you'd like to have, okay, better now it fluctuated, and it sounded very mystical. Oh, goodness. I have no idea how many people I may get on here for doing some reading, so I'm just going to do it as myself. I'm going to change that over to Ros Boundy and share it as well to the Ros Boundy Psychic Medium page, because I couldn't remember how to do the setup for, okay, hang on. I couldn't remember how to do the sharing in the background. It's been a while since I've done a setup using the straight the back end studio. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it just through Be Live, a live stream right now. Just see what that does. I didn't feel like going back over the learning process or anything like that. Oh, have I been scratching that one? Oh, whoops. There you go. And you're open for a reading if you want me? Yeah. Oh, I reckon that's probably good. Do you have any particular? I'm just going to see how this one's. Do you? Let me have a look. Because I can type as I'm doing this. Do you have a particular question you'd like to ask from the spirit and the cards? There you go. Does that come up? Not sure if it does or not. That's interesting. Or it's taking time. Take some time. Yeah, it does. So it's going to both. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let me just, I may not be doing this very long. It was more just, I felt like doing something that was in my time, TV.live, without going through the whole process of the daily one, because apparently with the way that I've normally been doing it, which has been through eCam, I can only do to the 4 spaces at the moment. Something to do with whether it's my bandwidth or whether it's other stuff. Oh, hi, Shailene. Lovely to see you here. I'm going to do a reading for Sharon first, and she's suggesting it's not come up on your phone. As in on mytimetv.live or the YouTube. I'm sending this to the 2. So it's going to Ros Boundy YouTube and mytimetv.live. So, that's interesting. Okay, what I'm going to do is bring up... Oh, whoops, I didn't do that right. Oh, good heavens, I've got to take off solo. It's little things that you've got to do that I keep forgetting about. Now, what I'm doing them with tonight, it is the Kipper deck. So I'm going to do 3. This one here is the guidebook. I do it from the guidebook because this deck I'm not quite familiar with. Okay, so, and whoops, now I'm trying to find... I've got to point my mouse to the actual comment to go show on screen. So no specific, but just next future. It's up now, whatever. As in, yeah, I see what you mean. The question that came through that was this one. One of the things that makes it a lot easier for the spirit to pick up on, I suppose, is having your questions being reasonably specific, I think. And I think that's how it works even for the Kipper deck. So, but going general is quite fine, so that's all right. So we're going to be doing Shaz's. So there we go with the guidebook's just there. So I'll keep that next to me. I'm just going to shuffle a couple of times so you've got something to look at. I've got to point this way because I can't twist too much to shuffle. It makes it too hard. I mean, I suppose I could go like that, and then I'm leaning really forward and almost like I'm kissing the cards, isn't it? I can't do this when I know I'm being watched. It makes it a bit awkward. Okay, we'll do 2 cards each for everyone. So can you see those? Now, I don't know if I can with this particular deck. I love the back of these. I don't know if I can actually zoom into this one. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, what's coming up for you in the future is card 33 and 34. So it's occupation first and concern. Now, the occupation was a card that we had this morning that was part of that reading. So I am going to read it from the guidebook. Excuse me. So here we meet a seamstress in her workroom, stitching fabric on a treadle sewing machine. She appears to be deeply absorbed and working late into the evening. She's doing skilled handiwork as a trade, but it's hard and not well paid. So this worker doesn't have a cushy desk job with a bright career. This card can represent self-employment, which I know shows you are self-employed, freelancing, do-it-yourself work, piecework, what you cobble together. So from her sense of absorption, it can also represent a hobby, sport, craft, or a vocation that you devote much effort to. And thus it means starting something, beginning a project. So I'm seeing that there is going to be that starting something and beginning something new. And so probably it is coming time that you are going to take that step and move more away from the table and into that next level of business aspect that you've been wanting to pursue for quite a while. I think it is taking that step and starting and getting it moving. As we're moving to, I haven't got an Apple Pencil, have I? Does the black one show up? No, it doesn't. So I'll use my letter opener. So what we do with this as far as our concern goes, and the card that we have here, that's showing that it's another challenging card, yes. Here we meet an older man with anxiety and rumination apparent in his posture. Rumination is thinking and that type of stuff. So he closes his eyes to the beautiful warm light streaming in through the stained glass window. Literally, it's a sign of angst, confusion, inability to focus, or even depressed mental status. It's unclear what to do, so there's a negative tendency to catastrophize, to be deeply pessimistic. It can also describe the ambiguities in our daily life, maybe in the sense of lacking career prospects or having fears, or related to lack of specialist knowledge or information. You have got that information and knowledge. In some cases, it can also convey concentration problems. So maybe as you're taking that step into what you're going to have as that new aspect of your business life, moving away from table and moving into what is your coaching career side of it, moving into that is helping others in a less physical way, but with that is the mental and helping at that emotional level and helping people get things done. Whatever it is that you're needing to push forward for yourself to take those steps, I think that's where with this, well, is there a concern? I think it's time to move past the concerns and know that you yourself do have the knowledge, you have the skills, you've got the ability. It's taking those steps to make it work, that which is, instead of being paid by time, is going to be moving into that is worthy of the more broad sense of earning an income. We don't want to lose income, but we're also wanting to touch the lives of more people in a bigger aspect of possibly that group level of what is going to come forward for you. It's instead of the one-on-one, it's going to be more of that is one to many, okay? So step past that concern. Remember, 33 is a number itself too, is an angelic number. It's a power number, a master number. So take that step, trusting yourself in what you are going to be stepping into once you get away from that table. Okay, now I'm going to now I know you've got another comment down here. I saw something come up. Oh gosh. Yes, it is an oh gosh. I think you're being shown it's time to take that step. And whoops, you're on fire, Ros. Spot on for me. I know it's spot on. And it's not just because I know you, it's because the flow is there, it's happening, it's in the energetics around you. It is time to shift it up and move into what you are wanting to see for yourself and those who you are serving, your clients. They're wanting some answers and help solve their problems. It's not just the physical body and one-on-one stuff, right? Okay. So we'll move on. I'll just pop this one up, as in, do you have a particular question you'd like to ask from Spirit and the cards? Try to make it as specific as you can, and I'll move through the list here. I do get it where hopefully it's not too fast, and we've got Shailene next. Now, Shailene, do you have a specific, keep in mind that it does take a little bit from when you get your message on your end that you're typing out, that it takes a little time for me to receive it in the studio at the back end, okay? So I'll shuffle the cards for you, Shailene. Shailene. Had to look at the name again. So I'm just going to shuffle them over my desk here because it's just too awkward where I was doing it. Okay, so is there a particular question that you want to ask, Shailene? Otherwise, if I don't see it in a second, by the time, no, just guidance. Okay, so you're wanting just guidance. Okay, come on, show. There you go, it shows up. Cool. So I'm concentrating on this. So some guidance for Shailene, 2 cards for you from Spirit. And let's go. Yep, that's it. So here's the first and there is the second. Can you see them clearly? I'll put them a little apart so that I can just point and it's not a dagger, it is a letter opener. Okay. So here we go with the Distant Horizons, card 36. It looks like the flying ship. Unfortunately, I can't zoom into these cards like I can with the eCam. I might do it with eCam next time. Anyway, what this is, what I'm looking at, well, let me hold it up. That might bring it a bit closer enough to know. Now I'll show some detail. We've got the time, haven't we? Can we see more detail with that? Distant Horizons. Well, it's an anchor. It is a very weird flying ship with the seagull on the side, or albatross. Very interesting. That is a weird ship. Anyway, it looks like octopus type things for the rudder. Very interesting. That's what we're looking at first, is the Distant Horizon. So I'll put it there, pointing that. Card 36, this is an enabling and usually positive card. Here, a beautiful dreamlight ship with gossamer rainbow sails lifts anchor to fly you to the wide shores of your wildest hopes. Literally, this card represents yearnings, dreams, hopes, wishes. So you are sailing to a new shore. Literally, the card is the sea, lakes, bodies of water, continents, faraway places, foreign people, and greater distances than the pathway. The pathway's another card, obviously. So from this sense of foreign contact, it also suggests opening your mind, developing new views, becoming more spiritual or philosophical. Traditionally, its position is important. So if you're having a Grant to Blow reading, it would definitely make a difference as to depending on what's next to it, what's above it, and what's under it. Let me read that. Can move next to a positive, a hope for card. Well, the courthouse, that just depends whether that's a positive or not for you, whether that's, I don't think that's here for this, for you, I don't think that's relevant. So as far as what you're moving through it or with, it's a movement card because it's a ship, it's a yacht, it's got the sails sailing you through wherever you need to be shifting through. Now, the anchor, it's not anchored on it directly, but it does signify that whenever you need to actually set that anchor to hold steady for a while in a particular place, it has that possibility. So what I'm feeling for you is that you are searching, and I'm feeling that it's almost like you are searching or planning for somewhere to be holidaying. That it is something that's a little bit more practical than that which is mentioned as far as the more spiritual side. I didn't feel that for you as I was reading through that section. I think it is more, you've been hoping, wishing for holiday time. I think it is that, start to do some planning around that. Now, let's see what the courthouse has for you, and we can see what sort of combination that's actually bringing. So the rough thing, I think it is more along the holidays and plans that you're wanting to set and put into motion soon. The courthouse, though, it's a somewhat challenging card. So we've got the positive, now we've got the challenging. Here we meet a solicitor coming from proceedings in his wig, white collar and gown. Now, this card means lawsuits, court proceedings, divorce, wills, contracts, taxes, disputes, and all legal matters. But your solicitor is capable, so the outcome could be good if near you or near enabling cards. Now, this is a relative to that that's a gron to blow, but because there is the positive card that's next to it as far as the distant horizons, I'm feeling for you it is in that positive sense that we're looking at this courthouse card. So it can also refer to negotiations. So representing other formal buildings or places like that. What I'm feeling with this, I feel, is more along that sense of getting the right permits, visas, and that type of thing for holidays, or if there's some sort of legality that you need to step through with the courthouse that, it did mention negotiations and agreements. So there's potentially something that you're needing to do, whether it I'm almost feeling, as well as being a holiday, it's in a bit of a combination with wanting to shift, migrate type of thing, like almost move permanently to somewhere, and it can involve passport, citizenship type of stuff. So, or yeah, does that mean anything for you? So I think start planning what your dreams are as far as a holiday goes, and get the paperwork in order for passports and all that type of thing. I don't think it's just domestic. I think it is, international, sailing the seas, sailing the waters, going for a longer time. Hopefully that is going to be meaningful for you. So thanks for asking for a reading, Shailene. Now I'll go back up, see where that is. And we have D next in the list for a reading. Hey, Ros, how are you? Would love a reading if you picked. Now, did you have a question that you'd put down there somewhere else? Here we go. I can see something here. It goes in little writing, doesn't it? Worried my weight is at its highest and my mobility is very poor. Very worried as I have battled weight all my life. I understand that. I absolutely do. Any guidance from cards or spirit, please? Okay, so let's shuffle the cards for you, Dee. And with that in mind, we'll keep it. Hopefully, I'm not going to shuffle too much in between. Oh, and there they all go splattered over the desk. I'll just clear them again. So they've been cleared. And this is for guidance ahead for battles with weight and health. I won't answer specific health issues, but certainly I think the direction it's taking for you, and I'm losing the cards. One more shuffle. Right, that's it. So we have change. Well, that sounds positive. And family room. Okay, there we go. We'll point that to, that can be a little bit closer. Now, change as card number 9. Well, it can be a change in what happens with the health. I'm feeling, since that's the focus of the question, I just saw something, I've got to quit there. Okay, it's time to go. This card shows a hard-working porter in a flat workman's cap, packing up your stylish furniture in a horseless carriage. You're moving from your old townhouse into better digs, and you don't plan to come back. So it's something that's as drastic as moving completely your home. So are you planning to move house, or you've just moved? And here's the comparison with family room. So it's the one it actually literally has as the pair that you've got, card 21, literally a new apartment. So it's something that's going to bring more of the convenience of smaller living, probably more compact and with ease. Is that something that you are considering there, Dee? So let me see. It's a point in time for change. It might manifest itself via a change in location or other social situation. Okay, now, does it mean the house? It is change. So it could be something that you're needing to do as far as as far as the way things are happening. Yeah, I thought it was a little while ago. I knew you had moved. It was towns, wasn't it? Yep. So there we go. And let's see what 21 itself does mean, beside the fact that in combination with the family room, it's actually literally an apartment. So I'm just wondering if there's something that's going to be in line with. Anyway, let's have a look at family room first. Mid-morning coffee served in a bourgeois drawing room, true to Victorian style. Can you see it close enough? Hopefully there's enough detail there. Anyway, the drawing room in better houses was off the formal parlour and was a place to withdraw to for entertaining close friends and family. Society visits would have been kept in the formal parlour, so we know we're now in a welcoming and supportive space. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I think the level of talking is going to catch me out with this at the moment. Where did we get up to? Welcoming and supportive space where secrets and personal matters may be shared. So literally it's a room and stands for all private or enclosed spaces such as living rooms, hotel rooms, offices with doors. And I've got to turn the page. Apartments. Here's that apartments. I think that's the link that was made with the change. So more abstractly, it represents privacy and intimacy. So this sense of closeness can also refer to the time and place. Yeah, so I think there's probably that sense here, in that you've already moved 5 years ago. I don't think it's actually relevant. The change I'm not feeling is relevant for that move and apartment living. I think what it is you're going to discover, you will find what is going to need to be changed. And there is some work needing to be done from your own level to shift into that change. And it does take sharing with and support from family that's going to bring that into that level of keeping things private, not sharing everything all the time, but knowing that where you find your level of safety and security, that you are going to be able to put those changes into place. Now, whether it's something to do with diet, the food, and diet isn't just a diet that you go on for a little while. Diet is just a word that means the food that we eat. And it's the way that you can find for you that is going to work around what you eat, the way you eat it. There could be something that you're going to be guided through with support from others who are close to you that will give you an indication and a plan to move into following it so that it's sustainable. And weight will shift. It's not just weight either. It's the body homeostasis, all of it that needs to be shifting and fitting into that jigsaw puzzle of who we are and how you yourself as an independent, individual, unique person are going to need to shift that change into how you look after yourself and how others can help you look after yourself as well. So I think it feels to me like it's moving in that positive direction for you. It's believing in yourself that what you are stepping into is something that you are able to do, that it's not just another diet, because it's not a diet. It's shifting and it's finding that is the way that you can eat what you need to be nourishing your body with, okay? And, it's not forbidding yourself from having certain things just because that's what the norm is, okay? So, and how people will tell you, find what suits you, okay? That's what I'm getting. And that will be the change for you. Now, I'll go back to where I was. How are you? Nat. Hello, Nat. Good evening. I'm happy and thank you for everyone having the patience to be waiting your turn. It's not a fast method of doing this, but I like doing it this way and having the fun with taking a bit of time with it. And I haven't used the kipper like this. Well, it has actually been yonks. Yonks and yonks and yonks. An Aussie word, is it? Where does the word yonks originate from? Someone could look that up for me, can't they? And I presume, Nat, that you're wanting a card. Yes, there you go. There it is. Would love a card, General, if time permits. 2, and one more shuffle. I love your dog there. Gorgeous. Has it got a name? I mean, they all do, don't they? I think I'm holding the cards upside down there. Oh, goodness. Journey and High Honour. Let's see what they bring. Pointing to Journey first, as we do that card 10. And it's using trains and the steam train. I love living here because every so often, especially on weekends, I can hear the cockle train go past because that little steam engine goes choo 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 as it goes past. So it's lovely hearing that as well as the ocean waves. Now, this card illustrates travel via first-class carriage from Victoria Station. Notice the wealthy man on the platform standing with his fine leather luggage not too far from the denizens of second class. Card 10 stands for all forms of transit and vehicles, as well as vacations, travel, escapes, and round trips. So the round trip aspect of a place you're coming back to differentiates it from change, which is card 9, which is the one that we had for D, wasn't it? Just before. So time to take a step forward, leave your old and familiar situation and depart for new shores. There you go. And it might concern your work, your family, or relationships. So it is transport, travel, and all the rest. This is another image that provides duality. The scene may depict an arrival as well as a departure. So there you go. That's an aspect that isn't commonly seen, is it? So it might be you who is the traveller, or perhaps there's someone that you're seeing off or welcoming on arrival. There you go. Some different aspects, isn't it? So that one was the actual comment from Ciro Marchetti. He's the person that created this other artwork and some of the main interpretations for this deck. It's lovely, isn't it? So some travelling, one way or the other, or welcoming someone or seeing someone off. Interesting. Let's see what high honour means in card 25 for you. And that is, takes a bit to find the numbers in the deck, in the guidebook. This is the most enabling and positive card. Wow. Here we see the cannonades as the significator, that's you. The cannonades are for you receiving a 21-gun salute. We know that's a high honour. Literally, it means trophies, medals, honour, success, promotion, a raise, acing an exam, or graduating with honours. The significator, being you, is on your way up socially or professionally. More abstractly, it also represents anything high or tall. So there's a lot of other explanations in this one, comparing it to other cards being present or not, and the direction in Grand Tableau, which I don't want to read all that. Your ambition, skills and knowledge are recognised now. This card announces success, for example, in the form of a job acceptance or a promotion. So if you are looking for work or something meaningful to do, you're being seen, being recognised, and you're on that journey. Probably would it be too something that is an award ceremony of some sort, where you are actually getting that 21-gun salute, trophies, some sort of an award. It feels like that to me, that there's something that's going to be coming soon for you in that format. I'm getting that positive feeling around being presented with something that's significant, that you would find for yourself is a high honour to receive. I think it's actually you that's going to be receiving it, Nat. So let's see what that might bring for you. Let me know if that's what it is or what it might mean for you that you are recognizing in yourself as that interpretation was read out. Okay. Now, going to, we've got, just got it. Did I do Lee's? We had D. Nat, we've got yours. No, Lee is next, I think. So, hi, sweetheart. How are you? I'm feeling really fine. Besides, I've got impetigo on my face. You might have seen a bit of a rash earlier. It's getting better, but it's awfully itchy. Right now, it's not too bad, and I have a funny feeling I was absent-mindedly scratching some of the little blistery bits. Oops. Which I'm not meant to do. Oops, I've gone 6 days without scratching this, which I think is absolutely amazing. So it's drying out a bit more now and feels a bit flaky. Oh well. So thank you for asking for a card. Now, did you have a particular question there or not? Okay, and Dee says there that it makes sense to her, the reading that she's received. Thank you for that. I do like the feedback back. Now I've got to find where I had Lee's comment. There we go. So let me grab the cards. And I presume, Lee, that you're just wanting a general. So just clear them and do a three times shuffle without throwing them everywhere. You probably hear them being shuffled a lot more loudly because I'm nearer the microphone doing it this way. Okay. Oh, here we go. And they're upside down again. So we've got the gift and we've got the house for you, Lee. Okay, they look very interesting. Let's have a look. Number 17, the gift, this is a very positive and enabling card. So while you relax in the family room by a cosy fire, a surprise is presented. This card means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. It's unusually exactly what you need. So this powerful card has the ability to soften the blow of nearby challenging cards. Wow, don't know that house would be challenging. Also reveals an interesting timing idea unique to Kipper, representing by the next holiday of any sort or a birthday. So generally, FB is, I can't remember who FB, she's one of the commentators, she's one of the contributors, to this book in the interpretations. And I'm trying to quickly find what her name is by looking at the front. And of course, when you're doing that, it's very hard. Fortune Buchholz. Hard to know if that's how that's pronounced as well. Okay. So it is a powerful card, and usually Fortune does it, she uses it to stand for winter as the time in Christmas or Yule. Well, our winter is not that as far as the Southern Hemisphere goes, but Lee, are you Southern or Northern Hemisphere? What does it mean for you? So be open to the support of others, be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals. This card does indicate, it can indicate a new job offer, a promotion or helpfulness as well. And it also announces a gesture of reconciliation or even a declaration of love. Oh, there you go. So whatever it is that you're feeling that you are needing in the moment. Oh, I moved that. It's the gift that I was talking about, okay? That's the one I was reading for at the moment, and now I'm going to house because the gift could be, and this is meaning, the significator being you, Lee, have arrived at the fine wrought iron gates of an impressive 5-story Queen Anne mansion, which blazes with gas lights. Is it a waning moon or an eclipse of the sun? Oh, is there a... Oh, there is. Hang on, let me see if I can hold that up so you can see some detail since it's describing that. See the moon in the corner? It has got a bit of glowing as if it's an eclipse or something. So interesting idea. Oh, I'll hold it there. This one does have a lot of detail to it, doesn't it? So, 5-story mansion. Wow, I wouldn't want to be climbing those stairs. I'd certainly get a lift in. Um, anyway, where was I up to? Is it a waning moon or an eclipse of the sun? Are we coming for dinner or a ball? The scene is ripe with potential and suspense. It does look a bit spooky. Literally, of course, this is a house, home, property, real estate, land dealings, building. So abstractly, it represents safety, family, coziness, and security. So it's the things you hold and that hold you. From this arises the idea of long term investments of resources and energies. So here we have something that what I'm feeling for you, Lee, is to expect something that's going to be a big gift coming through soon. So whether you are going to be having a shift of housing and that's the gift, or it's something big to put within the house that you already occupy. I'm just feeling, yeah, it's as simple as that, actually. That's all I'm feeling from spirit with this combination for you. So expect a reasonably large gift to come forward and, have fun with that. I think it's something that you've had held close to your heart for a while, and it's going to be what you receive with joy and gratitude. Okay, so now to the next one would be Cat. Good evening, Cat. I know this is going slow. So here we are. Cat relationships. Oh, good stuff. Cleared the cards. You may have heard the knocks because what I do is knock 3 times on the cards. Isn't there a song about that? Knock 3 times. Da 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 da. Oh, I can't remember it. I'm not going to sing. Not when I don't know the words. And one more shuffle. And here we go. Oh, I did that upside down again, forgot. Oh, we're on the distant horizons again. Oh, goodness. As far as relationships go, let's have a look. So, distant horizons, we have already read that out fully tonight. I'll just go through it again quickly, just brief over it, because this is an enabling and usually positive card, okay, even though we've got toil and labour next to it. It's a beautiful dreamlight ship with the gossamer rainbow sails lifting the anchor to fly you to the wide shores of your wildest hopes. So, what are your wildest hopes with relationship? And is it on the horizon? So, I think what it's mentioning in the title, even as far as its distant horizons. So, let's see what the combination with the toil and labour is going to give us. So, it definitely is on the horizon, right? A shift in relationships or additional relationship. In whatever form that is that your desire is, this is, and the toil and labour, we can tell it's a challenging card. This is a somewhat challenging card, it says so. I mean, it looks like a challenging card. Here we meet a young girl in the dreaded 19th century textile mill, tending to the dangerous and loud mechanised looms for 12 hours a day. Brutally hard manual work with the risk of losing fingers and hearing awaited these girls. Literally, this card is the low-wage manual labour drudgery with no hope for advancement. Abstractly, it's the burdensome, thankless chore, obligations, and the good intentions that are always punished. Nearby positive cards can show a way forward to a better future. So I think what this means, and there's a further comment here, the card shows automation, daily routine, and hard work. I think what it's showing is, yes, there for you, relationship on the horizon, but it's going to take I'm feeling that word. It's going to take a shitload of work, persistence, not automation, but repetitive stuff that you feel like you're going through again and again. So there is that hope. Because the distant horizon card is a positive card, I think you are going to be lifted out of that is the forever feeling of this drudgery, and it's going to bring it. Yes, it's going to feel like some hard work, but there is going to be that benefit of shifting up and away. This is an airship. I'm feeling it's going to bring you more into that is the witness what's going on first, being able to see more globally of what's happening around you, for the possibilities of someone, what is your expectation? What is your intention? What's your heart showing you of what you're wanting in the, a partner, or just a fun friendship and, companionship to start with, that might take off and really rise into something that's more meaningful, and past out of that is the, oh, God, not again, the similar stuff. If we keep doing the same thing, we're only going to get the same result. So it's going to lift you away from that and seeing what needs to be next. So do expect that there will be relationship, but it's on the horizon, yes, but it is, like it says, distant horizon. It's going to take a little bit of work, yes, but it's going to get there because you'll lift out of what is the norm and how it's normally been, okay? So hopefully that's something that's been is meaningful for you. Okay. Now, I can see some feedback there. Now I was on to where took it up to? That was Kat. Shailene, we've done yours and we've done Dee's. And Shailene, your feedback was, I'll have to sit on that one. Look, sometimes the answers are not always obvious, and you'll see it later and possibly in retrospect see it after it's happened, type of thing, and feel, oh, that's what the cards were talking about, or that's what Spirit was guiding me through. Okay. Sometimes it happens that way. Cindy, good evening to you. And a hi. I'm just going to pop the next comment up from Cindy. I'd love one. Been through so much homelessness, now in a temporary house for another month and having health issues. Oh, so sorry for that. Yeah, UTIs. I do remember that. 3, right. So what we'll do... Oh, Dee, you've sent some feedback. So you went from a huge house to a smaller house in your move when you did, so the 5 years ago. No plans to move, love my house, yeah. Well, whatever it was I said before as part of your reading, which I don't remember. I don't remember from one to the next, honestly, so it's no good asking me after the event. Okay, so I presume, Cindy, that with that you are wanting to have just a general read. So I'll do that. Okay. And one more shuffle. There we go. Go that way. Got to put them down the right way. You don't read these upside down. It makes absolutely no difference. So we might as well have them up the right way to start with, hey? Now, guidebook. Read the message first. So as a general for you, Cindy, card 7. The original connotation of this card is a pleasant message. It's generally good news, unless with challenging cards. I wouldn't put a child as being challenging, although as the card, but they can be challenging, can't they? Let's read this, what this one's got. So below you, this is the placement in a grand tableau, may mean something you're in denial about or refusing to hear. That's not relevant with this one. So generally good news. That's what we can expect. Here we see a writing desk with a lovely antique brass phone, a fountain pen, and a heavy crystal inkwell. A hand holds a telegram, still in its envelope. Inside the letterbox, we see different kinds of written notes, a business or calling card. And that's that one that we can see there, right? That is a gorgeous crystal inkwell. I've got inkwells here on the cutler desk. Anyway, it stands for all forms... folded letter in its envelope, right? It stands for all forms of messages and communications, phone calls, texts, emails, letters, documents, notes, papers, etc., etc. As it's the 7th card, it can represent 7 days or 1 week. That's interesting. The homelessness factor in a temporary house for another month. I think I'm getting the feeling you're going to get a good message coming through about something that is able to be more permanent. Let's check on the child card, which is number 18. I'm getting that feeling. We meet this happy, charming child in traditionally frilly clothes, clutching her beloved stuffed bunny in a Victorian nursery right out of Mary Poppins, in keeping with the time period when all children wore ruffles and petticoats. This card could mean any child. More abstractly, it represents innocence, naivety, the new, the simple, and the small. Okay, yeah, look, I'm feeling it's more to do with a fresh start and enjoying a new adventure. Something that is going to be treasured. It's already treasured. The bunny is already treasured. The communication is going to be treasured and exciting. I'm actually feeling, I do feel for you as far as the temporary house is going to shift into being able to get news, to have news of the next accommodation being more permanent. And I don't think you're going to have that, a homelessness in between. I'm feeling fairly strongly that what's going to be is a transition into what is more permanent. I'm not feeling any sort of a gap with that you'll move from one to that next one that's going to be your permanent home, or where you are is going to be moved. It's going to change to be that permanence. Okay, it depends what you want. What is the space and place that you're in currently? Is it permanently the temporary aspect for something that's transitional? You are going to get the message that you're going to be able to be sorted for a permanent. Whether that's 7 days, 7 months, it did mention about the card being a 7 as far as the message goes. Maybe the message is going to be within a week that's going to let you know that you'll be able to have that sense of security and a new start, new adventure in a space that is going to be permanent. Okay? Hopefully that is the case for you. Let us know. Okay, let's hide that one. So we can go to, we've got Country Love Homestead. Hi to you. That's if you're still here, because I am aware that I'm taking time here and there isn't another question there. You haven't raised a question or want a card. So thank you for the hello. I will leave it as that. So now, Summer, did I do one for you? Because you've got here, there's your comment that I'm looking at. Will I be okay? I'm just seeing if I've done yours already, and it doesn't look like you've above in the list. Nope. So, okay. Let's go back to that. Will I be okay? And I would love a reading, please. Okay. Here we go. We'll go back to the question. Shuffle these. I am probably going to finish this off in a few, like by the 9 o'clock-ish, because I think an hour is almost long enough. I'm aware I didn't put the parameters in there to start with, but it's usually how these things roll, that they're about an hour. I may go a bit longer if there's no new messages coming in. Here we go. Oh, whoop, that's upside down. Oh, there we go. Now we haven't had coffin yet, but we certainly have had house. Oh, forgot. I've still got the TV going out there. I wonder what it was. I could hear the voices. Now, coffin number 19. You're wondering if you're going to be okay. And this is a neutral to challenging card, depending heavily on what's around it, but what is your question is you're wondering about, will you be okay? Here we see the inside of a chapel lit through stained glass windows. The sun illuminates a rose design, the flower notably present throughout the deck. The carved mahogany coffin on a simple bier, B-I-E-R, is bathed in soft candlelight. The card represents a box, trunk, drawer, chest, or something closed. So more abstractly, it refers to what is nailed shut, over, finished, done, and final. So it's a completion. Whatever it is, it's behind you now. So let it go and move on. Okay, so we're going to look at the house again, which is just the next card on. And it is the wrought iron guards. Like, we're at the fine wrought iron gates of an impressive 5-story Queen Anne mansion. So it's the waning moon or the eclipse of the sun, and are we coming for dinner or a ball, something grand? The scene's ripe for potential and suspense. So literally, of course, it's the house property, that type of thing to do with land, buildings, dealings like that. It can also abstractly, it represents the safety, family, coziness, and security. So how I'm reading this with the question that you've got, you're wondering, will it be okay? So what situation that came forward for you that caused you to, will you be okay? I think from the way that this card is interpreted, it's an ending of. It's not, that you're going to die or that sort of thing. I'm not getting that at all. What I'm feeling is, like the description said, is it's an ending. So what you've been feeling most heavily concerned about is on its completion. So that issue is passing. You're moving through it and it's going to be behind you. It is ending so that you can look forward to that next part of what is ahead that's going to bring you security of being able to feel okay, that you can feel that sense of security and being able to enjoy what is the next phase. We've got an eclipse here. It's just that passing phase that's here. And now it is that you are moving forward and through into that is whatever you want it to be as your home space, your base, your security. So, and I do feel it is also the house being our body itself can be considered as our house too. Our soul is living within this house of the physical flesh and looking after that now in a deeper way of understanding, because there is something that you've been through that is it's tested you. Okay, so you've passed through and you've passed that test, and you're able to move forward now in confidence of what's coming ahead for you in the future. And you will be okay. I'm getting a definite yes around that. And trust that that's the connection that you have with your crown chakra, because I'm feeling the pressure there and that connection. You're needing to work through some of that. That is the realignment of what your chakras are doing. Okay, so if you don't know about that and chakras and the rest, have a bit of a Google or look at the AI and get that to help you. Whatever way you can find out about it, trust that what you can learn through listening to your body and helping that alignment as you're moving through your chakras and getting even that is your spiritual side really realigned as well as the physical. Okay, so hopefully that's meaningful for you, Summer. Okay, and just seeing what you've put, Lee. I know I've done your reading because you had that was way up. Whoops. I'm trying to find that again. There it is. So, Lee, you mentioned I don't have a question. I believe what cards come out is what I need to know, sweetheart. So you definitely had that answer. So thank you for that. I'm not sure what the little 3 is. I'm sure it's one of those emojis that don't show up because, I don't know, they do that, don't they? Now, Nat's given some feedback. Pepper, she passed away 2 years ago. She would have been 11 years old today. Thank you, Ros. Oh, wow. sad when souls pass, isn't it? I'll let you know what I receive. Appreciate the cards. Thank you, Nat. That's lovely. I do like the feedback. Thank you. Now, we've got Rafaela. I'd love to know, what does Martin feel about me now that we're apart? I am a Sag born in December, is that 1st? And he was born in May, 1st of May 2000. Well, that's a very interesting synergy with the first of the months. I don't do astrology in depth because I don't remember it enough. I've got to have the charts and the reports in front of me to really do an interpretation. So just shuffling the cards and getting you 2 cards. What does Martin feel about you now that you're apart? Well, there you go. That's definitely about you. And here we go with the second card. Oh, courthouse. Is there some issues happening? Now you're apart. Does that mean that you are, divorcing or shifting contractually into something that puts it on a different level? Anyway, we'll read card 2 first. I don't think it really is a big issue seeing main female and main male. I think it does mean the female significator and likewise co-protagonist. So I think this is significantly, it is you. So she's an elegant lady clad in a fine tea dress edged with lace and beading, properly wearing her pearls in the afternoon. We meet her in her private sitting room. Her red rosebud points upward to what's on her mind. It shows the importance of open, deep, romantic love in her life. But on her table, we see only white roses, symbols of innocence or hidden love. And in an opposite sex reading, you're the partner card 1. Oh, that's just in that gist. So an attractive woman stands in the light. Oh, that's SW's comment. I'm just liking to read fortunes, actually, which is the first section. So it's definitely you as the significator. You know, that's describing you. You're wanting to know how Martin feels about you now that you're apart. So I think card 23 is probably that is going to indicate that there's a feeling of challenge. It is that because the courthouse, this is a somewhat challenging card. We have already had it tonight, but it's good to reread it. So we're seeing the solicitor coming from the proceedings in his wig, white collar and gown. That means lawsuits, court proceedings, divorces. That's where I felt, well, it's like it's feeling it's going to go through a completion of divorce. What he's feeling about you, I think, is probably he's disputing. It almost feels like he's disputing what his sanity was. I don't know if he's got. It's feeling like he's not got much of an opinion about you that's much different besides. I'm getting a sense of chaos in the mind and not really sorted through what thoughts and emotions there are around you being apart now. So how long have you been apart? Not long. I'm feeling like it. No, it's not long. I'm just wondering what Spirit's trying to tell me because it's giving me a no as I'm thinking through that. I actually don't, I'm not feeling that there's been much thought put into it. So is he more of a practical blokey type of a man that doesn't think much? There doesn't feel to be much depth at the emotional level. I think there's probably that sense for me. What I'm feeling is the sense of trying to ignore things because it's not my problem. It almost feels like that, not that much of a thought of how he feels about you. I think it feels more like an annoyance that he's not he doesn't want to think about it because it goes too deep. I'm just getting that and I'm feeling it's more surface. I'm feeling like it's lifting away from me that sense of trying to think about things. It's almost like it's wanting to lift away from me. So that's how he's feeling about it. Doesn't want to face it. Doesn't want to look at it. So whether that is that how you know he would relate to being apart. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be much hope of getting back together if that's what you were wanting to have happen. I think it feels to me like it's going to be going through permanent agreements of sorts. If there's assets and stuff like that that you're going to need to negotiate about to split up properties, etc. So I'm feeling it is going that vein. So the being apart, I'm feeling, is going to be permanent, and you're needing to move through that. So how he feels about you, I think really, if it's really that important, ask him, and he might tell you. Do you really want to know? Not knowing the exact details of the environment around how you are apart, sometimes it's better to leave that level of the relationship alone. I'm almost feeling that's probably better left alone for the moment while you're working through what is divisions. Okay. And I'll leave that one there. So does that answer your question enough? So I'll just slide down and see if you've got some response there. No. Okay. Now I'll go up to the next one from Rafaela. And Cindy, I'm not sure, do you want me to put that up on screen? So Cindy, hi Ros, been through some very hard times. It's affecting my health and getting UTI infections, although I did have antibiotics, still in pain. Will things get better in general, please? And because I've already read your reading, what did we have? Yes, it was a positive. I think once you have that settled feeling in being able to actually shift into that more secure feeling, having a home that's going to be permanent, I think you'll be able to settle through that and be able to look after yourself more carefully. Look, well, it's not that you've been careless, but it's hard to when you're homeless and still negotiating something that's a bit more secure in, your accommodation, living arrangements. And hi, Angie, BH Bridesmaids. There you go. I am shuffling the cards. How do I get a card? You've just asked that question, and asking the question, you're going to get a card. But have you asked a question? Yes, way down here. So thank you, Angie. Are we supposed to be together again, or should I just move? So clear the cards. One, and one flew out. Let me have a look. That's one of them. And another shuffle. And that is the other shuffle. Unexpected income. There you go. I would say we've already had the toil and labour card read out as far as from the guidebook. I would say let's have a look at card 27 to see what that one says. Combine them. I'll see what Spirit says. Here we see you giving a coin to the needy in front of the house card. Well, we haven't got the house card here. It doesn't seem like a lot to the giver, but it must be the house card in the background. It is the Queen Anne mansion in the background? Yes. Okay. Doesn't seem to be a lot to the giver, but it is significant to the recipient. So literally it's a small sum from an unexpected source. For example, a surprise work bonus, a small billing area fix, a reduction in your gas bill, bonus cell phone minutes, etc. Not as large as the amount in sudden wealth. Okay. It's an unexpected, quick to receive type of a gift, nothing too big. Traditionally, it showed some bills and paper on a table. Look, what I'm feeling from this with the unexpected income, it's the surprise factor of unexpected. And I think with the toil and labour, and your question being, are we supposed to be together again or should I just move? I think you're going to receive something small. I'm just, it's, I almost feel like it's just too much work to be together again. I think it's just move on. Expect those small gifts as you're moving on until something that, you might have more of the bigger aha moments after you've really moved on. For some relationships that we have in life, it can take a little bit of time to really make that move and really accept for ourselves that that relationship has ended. So I'm feeling it just depends if you want to put in that work, the repetitive, persistent, and really work at making it work. Look, you might get some unexpected surprise from having it. Yes, you might get back together again, but I think it's just too small a reward, really, for what could be. Move on and accept that that one's finished and you are going to move on to something that's bigger and better. Someone who might prove to be more beneficial in developing your own growth and living in a relationship that may prove to be more of that you're needing. So I think it's just, it does feel to me like it's too much work to do the together again. So, okay, Angie. So hopefully that's answered that question for you. And I'll go back to here. Lee, you said Mother's Day is coming up and your birthday's on the 13th, but I love to buy gifts for my kids. You buy them the gifts too. Oh, that's lovely. And you need a bigger home for your family of 8. Yep, sometimes that is a necessity, isn't it? So, and a thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Now, I don't think Ivana, I don't think I've seen your name here before, and I might make this one the last one. Summer, I did already do yours, I'm sure. Yes, I did. So, okay, I might just, I'll do this one as the last reading and then just go through the rest of the comments for feedback. And sorry for those who've already asked for a reading or cards after Ivana's, but sometimes that's just how it works out, doesn't it? So I might be on again next week. I don't know how regularly I'll do these into mytimetv.live. So it's a space that hasn't had much activity for a fair time besides my dailies. There's been other people who've moved on to other spaces. So it's just what happens as cycles move on. I've enjoyed using it because there's certainly people who are interested in this type of reading setup. And now, there we go, 1 and 2. Oh, well, that looks all right. Hello, can I ask how my ex-Cancer feels towards me? We are in separation and no contact. Well, I think there's a gift. We've had the gift already explained tonight. You've come in fairly late, so I will breeze through that again from the guidebook. So it's a very positive and enabling card. So while you're in the family room by a cozy fire, that's what it represents. So you're relaxing by a cozy fire and a surprise is presented. So the card means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. So it's usually exactly what you need. So that's the gift, the unexpected income we just had in the previous reading. So I'm not reading that one out again. So it's a small amount, but it's exactly what you need. So how my ex-Cancer feels towards me? I'm thinking that there is a sense of generosity in how he feels towards you or has been. You're saying we're in separation and have no contact. I'm almost, I get that feeling that the no contact is he or she. I mean, you've said he and no contact. how your ex cancer. So no idea what gender, doesn't matter, but I've got that sense of feeling of holding my breath, which is the hesitation. That it's almost like, don't know what to fucking do about you. Like and that's just the words that's coming out. Spirit do use some strong language sometimes, and that's what I'm getting through. And it's just don't know what to do. There's a hesitation. There feels like there is, that there is no contact because there feels to be. I'm not getting anger, but there's an emotion that's being hard to deal with, I think, on the other person's side. So I think it's probably at the moment better for no contact. How they feel towards you, I think. I think like it was for Ivana, like your Ivana, sorry, the previous one. Look, if it really matters what they feel about you, towards you, Rafaela, wasn't it? Yes. I think really it is, if it's so important to and there is no contact, just I think it's just, the person yourself. You can imagine all sorts of things because none of us know exactly what the other is feeling, thinking, or how the deepest of their understandings of their life is. We only get that understanding to a certain point. And yes, it's nice to be able to ask, well, what do they think of you? Is it really that important that you know? I think, you are separated now. There's just a time where it comes to letting go. Have you let go of him or her? Have you let go of them as far as that sense of, I mean, it feels like you've got to allow yourself to let go too. Not knowing who what the balance was of who did what, said what, all of the events that led up to a separation. Sometimes it is best to allow that to complete to its finalisation. And I'm feeling that there is just allowing space, needing to have that allowance of space, that I'm almost feeling that you are going to come together again, just needing that space. And even if that coming together again is to really talk through things and understand each other more deeply, to continue on with not quite where you left off, but with a growing depth of what the relationship would be. I'm sort of getting that feeling from it. So, it may matter or it may not. So, what do you feel in your depths of your heart? Ask your spirit guides. They might be able to guide you, but also remember that we can't invade the privacy of another person's higher self or soul level, okay? We are all able to hold on to our own self and our privacy as well, okay? Hopefully that helps you, right? So I hope so. Now, I'll leave that there and I'll go back to me only on the screen. I've just got to remember how to do this one. So I'll go solo with that. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for joining me. And I'm just going to go through some of these feedbacks and responses. Thank you. Awesome. Been through so much. Oh, that's wonderful to hear that it's going to be beneficial. It's crisis accommodation. I wondered if it was that type. My daughter's autistic and have been having a lot going on with her I'm not sure what DCJ is, but I understand acronyms are acronyms, and now you're getting constant UTI issues. Look, I do feel it's going to settle down, and definitely having that, shifting from being uncertainty into permanent accommodation soon. And hello from Nita. Hello. Oh, and thank you for the reading. Thank you for being here. It was sort of an impromptu this afternoon, and I've created the event in case I knew what I was doing or to practice what I forgot that I used to do events all the time, but it's been a long time since I've done that. And there we go, Summer, you're saying your boyfriend of 5 years left you and it's with another female. Heartbroken. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you very much. I can't quite remember which cards you had, but hopefully it did help you. And hi from TT, lovely to see you in YouTube. And Nita, can I ask if I'll be in a relationship soon, please, Ros? I do it with one S too, by the way. Ross is more masculine. But that's okay. I'm getting an instant no just without even approaching the cards for that one, so I could answer that instantly. And so this is your question, TT. How does Dwayne feel about me? I'm an Aquarius and he's a Gemini. Thank you in advance. Not 100% sure with the astrology. I know I list myself as astrologist, but that's more because it's the only category, one of the categories that Facebook had. I don't know that it lists psychic. Anyway, I can't remember. So long ago I set that up, but that doesn't matter. Aquarius being the water sign and Gemini being that duality. Yeah. How does he feel about you? What do you actually feel when you're in his presence or when you communicate with him? Feeling there's not that level of closeness you're wanting at the moment. So I think just trust your own instincts around that. I've answered yours, didn't I, Angie? So that one was done. And unfortunately, Linny, I'm not. I've finished the reading side. So when will I find my new home, or will I stay in this current place? I feel that you're going to stay in the current place at the moment. So still keep an eye out, like what I do for, I'm getting grayer, and I keep an eye out on what is the realestate.com.au type sites. It's that site for specific locations, just in case there is the perfect downsize opportunity. I love where I live. I don't want to move. But if it's the perfect space, I'll put the effort into shift downsize. I feel that that's probably what you can do as well, a similar action. Keep an eye on things just in case something comes up. But I do feel you're going to be staying in your current space at the moment for a fair while for now, right? Okay. So thanks, Lenny. I think with most comments, I'd love to know what will my future with Antoine be. Thanks, Cindy. I think trust that it's going to be a positive future without going to the cards. I don't think I thought I'd done a reading for you with the cards. You hadn't asked the question at the time, so straight from what Spirit's giving me right now, I think, there's going to be some positive movement forward. How detailed that is, just know it's going to be positive, and expect that. Put your intentions in what you want. It's almost like that law of attraction. I don't know if you've heard of that, whether you think it works or not, but our thoughts do create that reality for us. So shift into that energy of what your intention is, and love the possibilities. Oh, thank you, Angie, for that. Thank you so much. Oh, Hilda, lovely to see you here from Switzerland. Hello, dear Ros, good to see you live. I just stumbled on this reading and I'm learning a lot from you. Thank you so much. Love and light to all. Thank you so much, Hilda, for that wonderful feedback. I enjoy doing them. As you know, I do like doing the live streams. And we're just at the end with the Keeper of Secrets Tarot. Hello, Ros. This is the first time I see you. I love this deck. Looking forward to your readings. Thank you so much, Keeper of Secrets Tarot. A return again. Well, actually do the subscribe and, hit the notifications thingy, and then you'll get you should get the YouTube notifications more reliably than the Facebook ones, I'm told. So, yes. Oh, thank you, Lenny. You've just popped that one in time, so thank you. It's been lovely to join in again with all of you here. Thank you for joining me. And I'll just pop up again the stream. I think that goes into, it's my website for booking, paying for and booking for online readings. I do them like this. I record a session that gives you your personalised detailed reading by whatever deck you choose. And I also don't mind drinking coffee. So that's the next one that shows up. Oh, hang on, I've got the solo on. There's I want to hide that one. That one can go away. There it is. The buy me a coffee, and here's the website that's going to post that through again. Which unfortunately there'll be 2 links there. But not that that's a matter. So there's that. I was supposed to put the solo on. There, back to me. Back to me. Okay, Anita, you've put, thank you, Ros. I'm patient, so I'll be waiting for the one. Yes. It's not a race. It really isn't. It's just being friends, love is what love is. And it starts with friendship. If we don't have a friend in the person that we love, it makes it a bit more difficult sometimes, doesn't it? So thank you for that. And Kat says, thanks, Ros. Thank you. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. That was a lovely hour and a half. A great way to spend a Saturday evening. So I'll be on with Boomer Press tomorrow night about the same time, 7:30. I do them a bit earlier. And we may see you there, or further again, keep an eye out for notifications for when I'm live on these, ad hoc types. But I'm certainly on in the morning again as the daily Lenormand card spread readings. And they only go for about 15 to 20 minutes. So that's at 8 o'clock, usually around 8 o'clock in the morning. Most mornings. It can vary because I do volunteer days as well, and sometimes I sleep in. I'm actually shifting into being, this age. I've earned the right to be able to sleep in when I feel like it and not be bound to absolute timelines. I know it can make it a bit difficult for you, but that's what the notification bell's for. It'll let you know before I go live that I'm going live. So you keep an ear out if it's important. They are always left to be watched later as well anyway. So that's the bonus of this type of technology. And Kat's showing a beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Kat. Love and light from Nita. Thank you so much. And thanks, Ros, for the reading. You've been praying for a home, yay, and hope those little issues will clear. It's painful. It is. Having experienced them many years ago, admittedly, and now being on antibiotics at the moment, I hope I don't get that again either. Okay, and hi Dana, lovely to see you as well. Yes, thank you for the kisses. And Kat, absolutely, self-care is important, isn't it? So I am going to leave it there. I'll wish you all the best in whatever moves forward in your life, being the best you that you can be, because I always wish that for everybody. We can only be the best that we can be. No one's perfect, but that is actually the perfection of being who we are, because we're not perfect. We continue to love, learn and grow. So move forward in that confidence, being the best you. Namaste. Till next time.